Hello everyone, I am Pyrofalcon and this is TCG Card Shop Simulator. There's got to be a quicker way to say that. I'm joined this time by the Akamura.
Hello.
For the first time, I think this year, joining me in a pre-recorded episode. So we are opening our store for the third day with my pile of boxes. I don't know
Can you toss those at all?
why I mean, we can.
Well, that one's got stuff. Well, it
No. I kind of repackaged it because I'm mixing up the buttons. So in order to throw it away, I go here and click. Anyway. Yes. So you were talking a little about your experience with this thing, because you were saying things that I don't understand between episodes.
So right now, you've got a pretty bare bones operation.
I sure do. But we're going to add a second play table here because apparently I'm supposed to do that.
Yep, soon you'll be able to probably buy some real estate and get an actual tournament room.
Oh, that'd be cool. There is a door here that's locked. In Supermarket Simulator, that leads to the storage area. So I don't know what they're planning for this one.
So you may have a storage area, and you may be able to input a tournament area. So a huge amount of money is going to come from hosting tournaments.
Yes.
As soon as you're able to. And there's going to be official and unofficial. Dude, shower.
Right, and he's creepily following the girl who's wearing not that much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to use the term neckbeard, sir, but,
Yeah, there's... And that could be a nod to they'll have to input a hygiene rule.
Yeah, I wanted you to talk about that because I'd never heard of that before.
So one thing I'm sure we're all aware of is that Gamers TM will sometimes smell fucking terrible.
Yeah.
They don't fucking shower. I lived with 2 of them.
It's just so surprising to me because, well, first of all, I'm relatively clean. It's just, like, that's such the stereotype, and I didn't realize that that's, like, there's some truth to the stereotype, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
The stereotype came about because of truth, because, I mean, who chats online the most? You know, nerds.
True.
And especially in the mid-aughts, you would go to a tournament, and there'd be a ton of guys who don't fucking take care of themselves for some fucking reason.
Oh, do you want to go to Good Times Coffee?
Yes.
That sounds delicious. Go on.
And it's like these stinky people would come to tournaments, and they'd fucking stink the place up, smelling like shit. And normal people whose noses weren't broken would complain. So eventually that produced like hygiene rules, like you must be freshly showered to play.
That's so interesting because, like, I mean, we've both worked retail. There's no such thing as like an anti-stench rule to go into Walmart to buy groceries. Like, it's just so weirdly specific to this.
Yep, and like there was a famous post a good while ago where a guy went around a pretty huge tournament, and he would just take pictures of himself with dudes' butt cracks, because like these guys would come to play, but they couldn't fucking buy a fucking belt or pants that fit, so their butt cracks would just be hanging out.
So what you're saying is this game is 0 out of 10 needs more butt crack?
Yeah, it could probably use some more butt crack, but it's early access.
This. Everyone's got, long hoodies that are covering any semblance of butt crack.
I bet if that guy lifted his hoodie, mold would fall out.
This dude looks like he smells like cheese. Not the good kind either.
Yep.
Or possibly meth. Either way, at least he's buying shit.
But, yeah, I used to play card games a lot. I used to play the Big Three, which, That's Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh.
SimCity? Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh.
Get out of my life.
Did you know SimCity had a trading card game?
That doesn't surprise me. I think you'd be hard-pressed to find some kind of nerdy interest that didn't have a card game.
That's a good point, because the SimCity card game came out, I would say, let's see, I was still living at the house, so it was in the 90s. And it was probably one of those things where, like, it became such a fad for trading card games, because that was when Magic blew up, I believe. Or even when it got started and blew up. And then, so every property was like, oh, we can take advantage of this. We'll make our own trading card game.
Yep.
Sort of like the way live service games are now. Like, everyone thinks they can make a live service game based on a random property. And most of them fail.
Yep. Yeah, like, you'd be hard-pressed to find a Shonen Jump title that doesn't have a card game attached.
Like One Piece?
One Piece has a card game.
Of course it does.
Naruto has a card game. Yu Yu Hakusho has a card game, if anybody remembers that anime. Sailor Moon, of course, has a card game. Dragon Ball has a card game. Yeah.
Sailor Moon? I was about to say that as a joke. Sailor Moon has a card game?
If it's popular, like when Pokemon... See, Wizards of the Coast...
Hold on. I bought the table and it's still telling me to do one. I guess keep going, because I'm going to figure out what the hell they're talking about.
Wizards of the Coast produced the Pokemon card game, and before that they produced Magic the Gathering. So they kind of had a whole stranglehold on the
cute
market.
I can't take a loan.
And like there were card games here and there, and then Yu-Gi-Oh came out, and that was a whole fucking... The whole anime was about a card game, and that became wildly popular.
Right.
Which is why it shot up to Big 3 status for me. And then just like there were so many knockoff versions of it. Like Pokemon had its Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh had its Duel Masters. And they all had like middling success, but like Yu-Gi-Oh proved that like you can take an anime, you can make a card game out of it. And that card game is gonna be wildly fucking successful if you strike fucking gold, which Yu-Gi-Oh struck gold.
Can I just say there was something heartwarming about that? Like, the dude came in and bought 5 packs and then immediately went to go play with this guy.
Aww.
It almost feels like they're friends. And he was like, come on, dude, here, I'll buy your first few packs. Just come on in.
Yep.
The owner's
and that's
chill,
common.
Other than his pile of boxes. It's just buy some packs and play with me.
Yep. The way I got, like, super into Magic, especially EDH style, is an ex of mine took me to this store called Game Haven, and we bought a few packs, and we opened them, and I always wanted to play blue-black, because haha, favorite colors.
Yes.
And he's like, no, that's great, because black is going to drain life points, and blue is going to drain your deck, and those are two different unorthodox ways to win combined together. And I'm like, okay, cool. So he built me a deck, an EDH deck, 100 cards. And he's like, here's some play cards I have left over from when I was building decks. Here's your commander. Let's try it out. And I tried it out and I did pretty fucking good.
Awesome. I was never good at any of the trading card games.
And like this, if I couldn't wrap my autism around it, it wasn't going to happen. Like,
yeah, Magic was too much for me.
Yeah, like a friend of mine really wanted me to get into the Naruto card game. So, like, they bought me some cards, and I got, like, a really good fucking pull. And one of my brothers stole that from me. And in addition to that, he heavy quote marks taught me the game by essentially making me sit down and beating me at it all the damn time. And so I didn't want to play that anymore because that's not fucking fun.
I had a feeling your brothers would come up in one of these stories.
Yeah.
Because they really shit on basically everything you did.
Uh-huh.
Ugh.
And like that's the thing is like if you have children that are bullying your other children, Set those sons of bitches right.
Yes.
Otherwise, you're a piece of shit. Anyway.
You want to open a pack?
Yes.
Okay, let's open a pack because I want you to see some of the monsters because
all right, what do we got?
You will be so happy. There's Minstar. There's Kitsune.
Okay.
Crowbib.
I feel like these would be 10-cent cards.
Nimbliss. Yeah, you can even see their value down there. I don't know if you can see it from your angle.
Yep, 3 cents.
Yep, Nimbliss isn't very
Ooh,
nocty.
that's all right.
Yep. Claw.
Yep. So these are like Pokemon.
Yes. So
total
7
value.
cards to a pack.
How much are you charging per card?
$3 a pack. So yeah.
See, that's a good price because you can make just a little bit if you buy that, pull it, and sell it.
And then there's this binder that you automatically have so you can see your whole collection, which is cool.
That's good. So that makes me think that eventually you'll have the single card
Oh
sales.
my god, there's 1,320 cards in this game.
For right now.
Holy crap.
Yep.
There was one I wanted you to see that I thought you would like.
I saw that
Maybe
you had
it
a
was
hollow
Kitsune.
foil.
Yes, I have a couple of them.
Oh, and it shows the prices. Yep.
Shallow.
That
it
sounds
does
about right.
show the prices.
Yep,
My most
so
expensive card is my $18 card here,
yep,
Guppy.
Cards have different values. There's their playability and their rarity.
Okay.
And rare cards, promo cards are going to go for hundreds of dollars.
Oh my god, you would love this. You can sort your album. So there are a couple expansions to the game. That's interesting. Total value? There we go.
The most expensive card I had in my Magic collection was Jace Beleren.
The name means nothing to me.
Yep. So, I mean,
Here you go, buddy. Have some lights.
For some people who play Magic, they're going to be all like, eh? Not like, yo, but like, eh? Okay. Let me see how much he costs now.
This is interesting having your album because this means if you get into money trouble, it's possible to sell off your own cards to try to pay your bills or whatever. So my most expensive card is an $18 card. My least expensive card is a 3-cent card.
Yep, so
or
here we go.
Oops.
Right now he goes for $1.26.
Wait, I just pulled the single card out for a second. I did see in the trailer there are tables where you can set individual cards up. That might be what I'm actually trying to buy right now. Because, see, it has little stands for individual cards. So, that's probably how I do.
Yep, and you're gonna have people
sales.
coming in to sell individual cards that they have.
Interesting.
But, so Jace goes for like $1.26, but as far as playability, he's really fucking good in EDH.
Playability as in like how efficient they are in the game itself.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And there are people who are going to be like, me. If you play right, Jace is fucking great, and I'll fight you on that. Literally, because you're a weak piece of shit, and I can easily take you in a physical fight.
Wow. Oh, God. Yeah, I've had those days where I look like that and smell like that.
Yep. Magic the Gathering's problem is that they put too much emphasis on I win button cards, and then they had to build off of that. Yeah, he came in to stink up the place and leave. That's fine.
He came in, walked a lap, and then fucked off. Like, I'm not going crazy.
That's common.
You didn't see, the audience did not see me raise my hands in a shrug while looking disdainfully at that guy, but Akamura sure did.
Yep,
And she understood.
So, like I was just saying, Magic's problem is they put in too many I win buttons.
Yeah.
And then they had to build off of that, so now, like, it's very common for games to be over in, like, 3-4 turns, maybe.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's barely better than just, like, flipping a few coins and being done with it.
Yep.
That's unfortunate. Part of the reason I never got into this is I didn't really have the money for it, and as I've gotten older, what I've wanted to do is video games, so... And I know just how time-consuming and expensive, financially consuming this kind of hobby can be.
Yep,
Okay.
It's like, I still have some cards laying around. They're in poor condition because I don't take care of them.
Made a small profit. Did you?
I need to take my ass to a fucking card shop at some point and like take advantage of the like 1-to-1 sales and just give all that shit away. I'll probably get like $30 for my entire set, but who cares?
Did you do that already? I thought you did. I might be mixing you up. We have a mutual acquaintance, Squirrel Hog, for those who may know, one of my former mods, who had a whole bunch of Pokemon cards that he's been recently trying to offload.
Yep.
Maybe I'm mixing the two of you up
So
with
my
that.
my Pokemon cards I sold to someone who played when I worked at one of my unnamed pizza places.
That's right. Okay.
And I still have my Absol card.
Yes, now that's... I'm remembering
And
all that.
I know some people are going to be like, oh, it's just an Absol. It's like, listen.
So you're a spirit animal.
Yes, there are different weights to cards when it comes to sentimentality. And I love Absols. They're fucking adorable. Let's pop one open. What do we got?
Yep. Sedence.
I can't see the prices.
Oh, Mufflin for $5.84.
Oh,
I
nice.
thought you would
Reverse
like
holo.
Mufflin. Mufflin
Yeah,
is
he
cute.
looks cute. These are very Pokemon-esque.
Wormgull for
Nice.
1813, a really good card.
Nice.
Anguifish for 164, Pygmy for 12 cents, Guppy for 149, Nanomite for 8 cents.
Yep, and a lot of these are going to cost the
That was
way
really
they do
good.
because they're rarer pulls.
What would you call the Wurmple card? Because it's not a hollow foil. But it's got a gold border. Like, would that be the term for it? Like a gold border?
A reverse hollow?
I don't know what a reverse hollow is.
So a hollow is a card where the art is holographic.
Okay,
You, like, twist it in the light and it shines.
right.
A reverse hollow is where the picture is plain, but the card around it is holographic.
Oh.
Like your little seed friend there. They're your little muffin.
Him.
Yep, see, his art is plain,
Oh, yeah.
but his border is holographic.
I see. Not quite as rainbowy shiny as the
Yep.
other one, but I see what you mean.
And that's important to collecting a set, because knowing that there's a reverse hollow is nice. There are chase cards, quote unquote, that would go for hundreds of dollars just because getting one is insanely lucky.
Okay.
And, like, again, this is all printed card stock.
Right.
These values are arbitrary at best, and that's probably going to get some heat, but I don't give a fuck.
No, I mean, it's like any other commodity.
Yep.
Like, salt used to be currency. Like, it's
Yep.
everything is as valued as what we as humans put on it. But, like, I remember there was a Cracked article about a guy who made a lot of money counterfeiting Pokemon cards because when it comes to money, there's all sorts of things that you can do to see if your bills are counterfeit. Whereas with cards, no one really cares and it's barely a crime. It may not even be a crime. But... And the thing is, they're still usable.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the other person believes that it's a real card, too. It kind of broke my heart that they... I think it's Magic the Gathering. If they suspect that there's a counterfeit card in a tournament, they tear it in half.
Yep.
Because there's a ribbon in the card stock, and if that ribbon is there, then it's a legit card. But unfortunately, now you have a ripped card. I mean, that's got to be heartbreaking.
Well, the thing is, if this is an official tournament, like, Wizards of the Coast would be present.
True. I guess there'd be money on the line at that point.
Yep. There would be, like, say they get a Black Rose, I think it's called. $10,000 card.
Holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
Why would anyone pay $10,000 for a card?
Because it was in the original set, and it's nice looking.
Oh. I mean, okay.
And it's probably worth more if it's graded by Beckett.
Huh.
But, like, say you have one of those, and they tear it apart.
Okay.
Wizards of the Coast prints those cards.
Right.
They're the creator.
They could just
would
print
be
more.
Present. They could specially remake that card.
Right.
In theory.
It's such a
I don't know how they
weird
do it in practice.
artificial economy for that reason. I mean, it's no different than a gacha game or any of these live service games where
Yep.
they have, premium currency and pulls and shit.
And then there's the card graders like Beckett. Beckett does a lot of Pokemon grading. What it is you carefully package your cards. You send them to Beckett. Beckett looks them over, encases them, and then attaches the card information and the value to it. Which is why... Let me see. If you get... This is the quote-unquote example, holy fucking grail. If you get a Charizard graded by Beckett, and it's a 10, that shit goes for thousands of dollars.
Wow.
I'm looking at a first edition Charizard graded at a 9.5 by Beckett, and it's been posted to eBay for like $10,000. I don't know if it's going to sell that.
Right. Are there any that you can find that have bids?
Again, these are the seller's prices.
Right.
One more time?
Are there any expensive cards you can find that actually have bids on eBay that would kind of show how much these are actually going to be worth? Or at least how much people are would be willing to pay
and
for
that's
them.
another thing is like, there's the seller's price and then there's the recently sold.
Oh, that's weird. The texture pop in. Oh, that's... Oh, God, her leg changes the amount of muscle on it.
Yep, let's do
Ugh.
Charizard PSA 10. Yep, graded...
Can I increase my draw distance? I sure can't. Very simplistic right now. But I'm sure this game is going to have plenty of updates. You talked about grading. This, the roadmap says that they will introduce grading at some point.
Yep, and that's very important to collectors.
Right.
Because there's collectors and then there's players, and they are two completely different types of
Yes.
people.
I would not give a shit if my corners were a little crooked or whatever if I was
and there are
playing.
going to be people who are all like, I collect and play. No, you fucking don't. You have a binder full of fucking cards that you don't fucking move, and you have a bunch of used cards that you fiddle about with at tournaments. You know what you are.
I swear someone sent me an Articuno card too, since that's my favorite Pokemon. Maybe you did? Someone found one for me. I don't know where it is, though.
It was not me. I think it was one of our former friends, because she got me an Absol.
Oh! M?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yes. Come to think of it, it probably was her. Yeah. Ah, the devastation. She's so upset that she lost her game that she put her cards through her head. I understand the feeling, ma'am. I'm curious what engine this game is running in and what they did. I mean, not only is the similarity to Supermarket Simulator so extreme, but there's got to be some settings that they can use to make the graphics look a little better. Unless these are all temporary assets and they're going to really polish the game. If I remember right, this is in version 0.39. So the developer thinks they've got a long way to go, but it's fine.
Yep. And eventually, in theory, you'll be able to branch out to other card games, other nerdy interests.
Yes, agreed.
Because, like, with games based on animes, you have people who are going to be interested in other things.
Yes.
It's like, I used to collect wall scrolls, so I would just go into, like, card stores and they would have wall scrolls.
I think the next evolution of these kinds of games is going to be a retro games store simulator. I don't know if you saw the news, but that's GameStop's current strategy. They know that especially with physical media becoming less and less important and just GameStop being GameStop and people having PS5s and, you know, the latest consoles, there's very little demand for physical stuff, and GameStop's other physical merchandise like plushies tend to be expensive. So it sounds like they're going to try to change their business model and get primarily into the 16-bit consoles and maybe even earlier, because there is still the demand for them.
Yeah, crack open your fucking warehouse and start selling your old Pokemon games, you bitches.
Yes.
I'm trying to get a hold of fucking retro Pokemon games, and, like, the GBA cartridges are so easy to fucking fake. It's annoying as shit. Because you remember for a long time I was trying to get an official version of a Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
Yes, and I don't remember why you were doing that.
Because I wanted to get Jirachi.
Okay.
And we had a Wishmaker Jirachi.
What does that mean?
So you put it in, you connect your Game Boy to the GameCube with the Wishmaker Jirachi in it, and it will send a Wishmaker Jirachi to your game, and then you can send it forward.
Okay.
That used to be the only way to get Jirachi.
Okay.
And I was way into collecting Pokemons.
Yeah. Yeah, when I played Pokemon, the reason I did it was all the check marks in the Pokedex.
Yep. And then you and I went absolutely crazy, and we bought My Pokemon Ranch so we could get Mews.
That I remember. That I do remember.
Because Mew used to be a thing where you had to, like, physically go to a place to get Mew traded to your game.
Yeah, I mean, when Gen 1 came out, there wasn't even a way to do that in America. That was a Japan-only thing. They had the code in the game for Mew, but you couldn't do it for a long time.
And not just that, but, like, when they finally released it, wouldn't you know it, I lived in bumfuck Alaska, where they're never gonna have a thing like that.
Right. Was there a reason you fell out of Pokemon? Because I remember I fell out of Pokemon because of Pokemon Sun, and it was a little
it was the
too...
same.
Okay. It was a little too hand-holdy.
Yes. I tried my best, but it felt like I was walking around with the game, like, gently cradling my genitals so that I didn't experience, like, the pain of any kind of stress in the game. And, like, this is Pokemon. I need to go into the Viridian Forest. I need one of those motherfucking Weedles to poison my Pikachu, and I need to panic on my way to get back to the fucking Pokemon Center, because every 3 steps, my entire screen would glitch out because my pet is poisoned.
I'm not looking at her abs. You can't prove anything.
You're looking right at him.
No, I'm not. Anyway, here's your change, ma'am. I'm not leering at you.
Like, that's the thing, is, like, you need consequences. That it's like,
yeah,
I'm playing a game and it's like, here's all these Pokeballs. Oh, hey, it's you. Here's all these Pokeballs. Oh, hey, here's all these fucking Pokeballs. Want some Pokeballs? Here's some Pokeballs. Oh, hey, looks like your fucking Neopets experienced 1 loss of HP. We gotta give you some potions. Oh, hey, I'm gonna explain to you how this fucking new mechanic works. Here's a Pokemon you haven't caught yet. I'm gonna feint it. And was like, here's a fucking Pikachu just chilling, being cute. You don't have a Pikachu yet, but you can only take a picture of this Pikachu. Here's all these clothes. And we're going to give you so much fucking money, you can buy all the clothes.
Yeah, you better run, sir. She's gonna be like this for about 10 more minutes.
I scared my cat doing that.
So, that's going to do it for today.
And then, like, Scarlet and Violet came out, and they are so fucking glitchy to this day. Like, they made Pokemon Arceus, and Pokemon Arceus is like, mwah, brilliant. What the fuck's going on with Scarlet and Violet? What are you doing?
And I will see you again tomorrow for another episode.
This is like, what are you doing? You just came out with this fucking masterpiece, and then here's this god. Pull your head out, Game Freak. Oh my god.